Hello, and good morning to our usual Friday 10 a.m. live inside the Holisticated Circle. I'm Rita. Welcome to this Friday morning. I'm not sure how is the weather where you are at, but now here in Norwich it's very chilly. But that's not what we are going to talk about today. What we are going to talk about today is something quite very important. And since you are here, you already maybe not know, but suspect the answer. Let's clarify it once and for all. Why holistic is not something spiritual, not something alternative or mystical or woo-woo. Why actually holistic is the most logical, the simplest, the most strategic, and the best way to live. I know I keep overselling it. I keep overselling it because this really is the best way to live, but people don't understand. People don't understand what the word holistic actually means. They associate with something completely different. And now I just want to clear it once and for all for you. So to get rid of all of this confusion about this concept, I wouldn't even call it concept, for this awesome philosophy. It's a lifestyle. It's what we need to adopt in order to get out from under the frog's bath, as we say it in Hungary, from this dark hole where we live in, where all of our problems multiplying, keep coming back, and we just try to solve it in different ways, in separate ways, but we can't. So it's an ongoing hope, it's an ongoing loop, and we always try to get out from this dark and gloomy space from under the frog's bath. Because let's be honest, we all have problems and we all try to solve it, but we can't solve anything. It will always come back, and they will always come back unless you adopt holistic living mindset, holistic living philosophy. So what is this? Let's start with the misunderstanding. Holistic does not mean woo. It does not mean something new age. It does not mean something spiritual. And it doesn't even mean natural. People keep associating the term holistic with something which is natural. It's not. Holistic means, it's a Greek word coming from holos. It means whole. And that's exactly what it represents, us human beings and all living things the best way possible. We are whole. We are holos. We are whole human beings. That's what holistic means. Holistic doesn't mean something natural. Natural can be whole as well. But holistic means body, mind, and nutrition reconnected, living in one symbiotic harmony with each other. And you must understand this. You must really get this. I know when I first read this sentence about what holistic really is about, I found it extremely interesting, but I didn't get it. I understood it because it's simple. We live in a physical body, governed by our mind, supported by nutrition. It's easy. It's simple, isn't it? Easy to implement. You might think that this is what you are doing, but there is so much to it. Holistic health doesn't mean natural. You know, when people start using holistic everywhere, we provide holistic education in our primary school. No, you don't. We provide holistic healthcare to our patients. No, you don't. If you only pay attention to the symptoms, if you pay attention to teaching children, but you ignore body, mind, and nutrition, this triangle of life, you are not doing holistic anything. You are just using it as a buzzword. Or when a personal trainer says, I provide holistic guidance to my client, which means it's going to be like a gym program as well as some nutrition, it's still not holistic. People get this term so confused, use it anywhere because they associate the term holistic with something natural, something close to nature. Oh, I lead a holistic business, but I only provide nutritional advice. That's not holistic, that's nutrition. Or I have a holistic, I don't know, garden nursery. No, you don't. You have plants, you have flowers. You might even know how to use these plants and flowers, what they need to extract it to provide as a supplement for you, but that's not holistic. So what actually holistic is, and I already told you this, and you're already doing it. Holistic is something when you realize you really get this. You live in a physical body, right? It's not difficult to understand. We all live in a physical body. That's what we do. We are not spiritual beings only. We are not nutritional beings only. We are not just body only, but we live in a physical body and we have to respect that. We have to acknowledge that. But we are not just a physical body. Otherwise, there would be no consciousness. There would be no feelings and thinking. We are not just a physical body. We are mind as well. Mind meaning thinking, emotions, feeling, planning, strategizing, visualizing. This is all in mind. In mind, even feelings, even our belief system, even what we inherited from our parents, from our culture. That's all in here. We call it mind, but we can call it a psychological side of us. This is your physiological side. This is your physical side, your physiological side. Everything else, let's just call it psychological, but that's mind, that's emotions, that's your culture, that's your belief system, that's your plans, that's everything, that's your success, that's your failures, that's your heartbreak, that's your happiness, your love, your relationships. Everything we can put it in here in mind because that's we are as well. We live in a physical body, controlled, governed by our mind. Our thinking, our feeling, our plans, our failures. But that's still not who we are. It's not complete yet. We live in a physical body, controlled and governed by our mind, supported by good nutrition and good information. You must support your body with nutrition as well as you support your mind with good nutrition. Have you realized when you eat some sugary stuff, when you very heavy stuff, you became so tired, physically tired, you have brain fog, you cannot think straight. That's how food influences body and mind as well. But also, if you deplete your body from good nutrition, your body is going to break down. Your mind is going to be so all over the place. Nutrition, good nutrition is extremely important. 1/3 as important as the other two parts. This is an equilateral triangle. Neither one is more important and neither one is less important. And this in the middle is you, a whole you. This is you. This is who you are. That's a whole you, a holistic you. That's what holistic really means. So when someone says, Oh, I'm going to the gym every single day, or maybe I'm going to the gym. I try to think positively and I pay attention to my food. Am I holistic? In a way, yes. In a way, no. Yes, you are more conscious than most of the people actually, because you already realize that you have to do something for your body as well as for your mind, as well as for nutrition. You are already doing the basics for you. Because most people, and oh my goodness, majority of people, they pay attention to food alone. Food alone. Because they eat crap, they eat scheiße, they eat without distinguishing anything, they eat what they can find, the easiest, the simplest, the most disgusting, yuckiest thing to put into your mouth, not even your body, because it tastes good, it's convenient, it's quick to prepare, so you don't really have to pay attention to anything. So most people only pay, I wouldn't even call it nutrition. Most people pay attention to food only, but we are not just food only. That's where things start to go haywire. But we are going to talk about that later. Food is only one side, and we are not food. We should convert the thing food to nutrition. Nutrition to nurture our body and to nurture our mind. And body is designed to be moved. We are not designed to be sitting here all day long. Then you sit at work, then you go to your living room and you sit some more. If you want to go to places, you get into your car and you sit. Our body is not designed to be sitting all day long. So you have to pay attention to that, as well as your mind. That's where most people actually just fall back, because they think by existing, that means thinking. No, it's not. So holistic. I can talk about it for hours and days, for years, because this is so important. This is the most important concept you can ever learn, but I'm jumping ahead. Let's go back to the basics. Holistic doesn't mean new age woo-woo. Holistic doesn't mean something natural. Holistic doesn't mean hippie dance and being smelly and yucky. Holistic doesn't mean crystal healing and spiritual talking. Holistic means a whole you, body and mind and nutrition reconnected into one system, because that's who you are. You are one whole system. And that's what holistic actually means. If you acknowledge that, if you really get that, then from this on and from now on, from this concept on, you can solve all of your problems, because your problems are gonna be based from something here. It's going to be either depleted or overdoing one side. Overdoing one side, neglecting the other one. This should be gold standard for you, always. Body and mind and nutrition put together in one system. It's always one system. You cannot separate the parts. And that's who you are. That's what holistic really means. You as a whole human being, body and mind and nutrition in one holistic system. All right, let me know what you think of this. I wouldn't even call lesson. It took me years to really understand it. But this is the most amazing concept. And from this, you can heal yourself. You can start your business. You can find your soulmate. You can change whatever you want for the better, because that's who you are. That's the holistic being who you are. So you can change things by just realizing this one little triangle concept. Next week, we are gonna go deeper into one of these elements and to see what holistic living can really do for you, besides not being this abstract philosophical phrase. I wish you a great Friday, a great weekend, and I see you next week. Bye.